yeah, man, like I was saying, self-care is important, but I do have a question though. So I want to know,
Sure.
big bro, how do you feel about, like the entertainment industry, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Profiting off of melanin people's pain, you know what I'm saying? Stuff we go
Mm-hmm.
through, went through in real life, they make the movies of it and everything like that. How do you
Mm-hmm.
feel about that?
So I thought about it a lot, or I have been thinking about it even recently. I mean, if you think about in general as a people, what are some of the challenging things, the difficult things, the dark parts of our history in this country?
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking slavery,
Yep.
you're talking police brutality, you're talking segregation, you're talking and stuff along those lines. And what are all the movies about? Slavery, segregation, police brutality, or some kind of racism. And I get tired of the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally don't watch those kinds of movies. Like I've never seen 12 Years a Slave. Um, it's always movies like that. Like there's a show on. What made me think about it was that show, and I haven't even watched it, and it may be very good. But them on
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't watched it either.
on what you call on Amazon Prime,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I see like blackface and minstrel show looking shit, and
Mm-hmm.
what looks like a black person moving into a white neighborhood. And in my time, I got other shit to do.
Yeah.
Even when you think about like Falcon and Winter Soldier, it touches on it a little bit. I mean, that was done well, but I mean, it's there. So just when you escape in the world of Marvel, they bring your ass back home just to let you know this shit's different.
Yeah.
Um, there's another show where um, a movie where the police killed the man's son and they end up going to the police station or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And the child was
Um,
a mixed child. Like the
yeah, I
daddy
can't.
was white. Yeah. That
Yeah, I
was a
can't.
good movie too.
And then there was one with Taraji P Henson. I think there's a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it feels like every time you turn around, there's a movie where the black man shot by police officers
Yeah.
and calamity ensues.
Or they're in
Let's tell
prison
some
or
right. Let's
they.
tell some different stories, man. Or talking about drugs and shit. Nothing
Yep.
against like The Wire and Power and
Mm-hmm.
Snowfall. Those are good shows, but can we use that same energy to talk about like Mansa Musa or Shaka Zulu or
Yeah.
give me some good shit that you can latch on to and be proud of. Not oh, we talking about slavery
Mm-hmm.
again, huh? But then I mean, then when you hear people on the news and shit, they want to talk about how it was an unfortunate part of our history. I mean, I think we spend more time trying to I don't want to say sensationalize, but dramatize it in TV
Mm-hmm.
than to teach the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I feel like in school it's like, oh, slavery happened, it was bad. Um, Emancipation Proclamation came and they were free, and we move on and we're all happy and everything was perfect.
Abraham Lincoln was the savior of all melanin people.
Right. Not to mention that it was like what a year, 2 years before some people got word. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's kind of like my whole thing. Let's tell some different stories.
I'm with that.
I'm sure there's enough talent out there. There's enough stories we can tell.
Oh, the
Why?
talent is there.
Yeah. Why it always got to be like the same topics, man?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because you get that emotional rise out of people, and it's such a charged topic, it's like low hanging fruit, and that's kind of why I'm not a big fan of movies that profit off of our pain, if you will.
Right.
So yeah, man, that's kind of how I feel, man. So, what do you think?
Well, just like you said, man, they focus on our pain and unfortunately it sells. You know what I'm saying? The shit sells.
Mm-hmm.
You got the
Mm-hmm.
the slavery movies all the way back to the Roots, Amistad. Hell, they remade Roots.
Yeah, I know.
Um, which was another one, Underground, which was a
Yeah,
really good show.
yeah.
And the reason I feel like they canceled the show because it was about to completely flip the script,
Mm-hmm.
which was actually in history, you know what I'm saying, what was going to happen, but they didn't want to see, these melanin people
Mm-hmm.
doing what they did in that time frame. Because you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? There was one episode in particular, excuse me, with that particular show. I believe it was episode 6 at the end, and the actress that was playing Harriet Tubman, she was saying some real powerful pro melanin type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then a few episodes after that, they completely canceled it. You know what I'm saying? If you know the history of Harriet Tubman, besides, oh, she freed a whole bunch of slaves and stuff. If you know what I'm
Right.
saying, what she
And
did
then they,
after during the Civil War time frame, which that's where they were getting to was the
yeah.
Civil War,
Did you see
and
the
they cut it.
movie that
I didn't want to see it. I heard it
I
didn't
didn't either.
really, it
Yeah.
didn't depict Harriet Tubman on who Harriet Tubman really was, so I didn't want to see it. And then
Yep.
next is, oh Jesus, next is
They scare you, did?
no,
Yeah.
man, the cigar choked me up a little
Oh,
bit.
gotcha.
Um, and then the next thing is like the police brutality movies, the movies about segregation. While powerful movies, you know, Selma, um, I think it was something else called like Chicago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The other one they came out with, those guys were accused of rape and stuff, that came
Mm-hmm.
out on
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, stuff like that. While they're powerful movies, getting the message and everything like that, they're so much more artistic,
Yeah.
um, powerful in a positive light that us melanin people have. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Shaka Zulu, something to look forward to. Just so many other people that you can actually pin something to. That's why I thought, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion, Black Panther was so iconic, man, because it
Mm-hmm.
showed us in a whole new light. You know, we were the
Right.
advanced ones. You know what I mean? We was the ones that
Mm-hmm.
was just Black Panther was that dude. His whole family was
Mm-hmm.
that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, you got Shuri, who's the smartest person in the Marvel
Yeah.
universe, basically. You've got Wakanda, which is the richest nation in the world, and
Hmm.
I mean, and that's kind of dope to see.
Right. Exactly. And you know what I'm saying? See more stuff like that. And yeah, I get the hood movies and things like that. Yeah, that's a part of it. And you know, it's kind of our fault too, because we feed into it. Me myself, because I love
Sure.
watching Shotas and Minister Society and Boys in the Hood, and I could keep going forever and ever and
I
ever.
mean, yeah, there's a place for those. I mean,
Yeah.
Shotas is my movie too. Minister Society, Boys in the Hood. I mean, those are all good
Mhm.
movies, but
Take the what, leave the what? Bumba clot, but that's my shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, there's so many other movies. I mean,
Hmm.
like, and you mentioned the young man who got accused of rape in that story. I mean, so it's like a double edged sword with
Yeah.
some of those movies sometimes, because sometimes they illuminate the issue
Yeah.
and put a spotlight on it, but fuck,
But and
do
there,
you
but
have to?
on the other side of the coin, there are some that actually are really dope that's promoting, you know, art and genius and stuff. They got, I forgot the name of the movie, but it's one with the African girls playing chess. You got what,
Mm-hmm,
Akila and the
mm-hmm.
Bee, the Great
Yeah,
Debaters. There's another one that was set in Africa. The dude that played
nice.
Victor Sweet from Four Brothers, he was in it. And it was
Mm-hmm.
the kid who chased the wind or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. That was a really
Chiwetel Ejiofor was in that.
that was
Yeah,
a really dope movie.
yeah,
I don't know if you've
and it's
seen it,
based on a true
but
story.
yeah, yeah, and it was a
Yeah,
really dope. It
yeah.
was showing, you know, how innovative we are, because we're some innovative, creative people. You know what I'm saying? Like, show
Right,
us the struggle of the dude that created the lawnmower or something. You know what I mean?
right.
Just
There's a
something
black
different.
chess grandmaster
Really,
right
I didn't
now
know that.
living. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. I can't remember his name right now. If I find it, I'll put it right down here.
And I would love to
Um,
hear that story.
but yeah, I mean, dope story. I listened to a
Mhm.
couple interviews from brother, real smart too,
Right.
and he talked about like what it took for him to become a grandmaster, and and all the initiatives and shit that he's doing. Dope stories.
Yeah. And they're kind of hinting to it, kind of. You know, not really changing up, but they're doing like the stories of like the famous singers and stuff. You know, you got the NWA movie, it was dope. A
Mm-hmm.
couple of other TLC movie, they're doing those,
Right.
which is cool. I get it. But even in the music industry, we're not the real positive, informational type rappers. They get no love, none.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Sure.
You know, you got Common, excuse me,
Common.
Talib
Mm-hmm.
Kweli, Most Def. Even Kendrick was spitting bars, and he's kind of quiet right now. I mean, the ones that's
Mm-hmm.
really spitting, they're kind of getting tossed to the wayside for these self snitching ass rappers. I mean,
Shout out to a previous episode.
yeah, I mean, call a spade, but you
Right.
know,
Right.
it's
Right.
just, I think it's just one of those tools that's, you know, used in mainstream. Uh, I can't say what I really want to say, but it's just one of those tools I feel like is
Gotcha.
being used to keep us in this catatonic state, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Catatonic. I think I said it right.
You close. You close enough.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, man. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's so many of these movies out there, man. I mean, they're not gonna stop making them because we're gonna keep watching.
Right. It's like I said, it's low hanging fruit. I
Yeah.
mean, you're gonna get both sides of any situation
Mm-hmm.
trying to watch it, and it sells and it's easy. And if it keeps selling, they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's what you see in the news, like we talked about. So why not try to capitalize on what
Mm-hmm.
you see in the news all the time?
Yeah. And it's this ain't a plug or nothing, first of all, but that's kind of the reason why I created the Melanin Warriors podcast. You know what I'm saying? To bring people
Mm-hmm.
that you don't hear about at all
Yeah,
to life, like Queen Nzinga. Who knew who that was?
but
So, very few, very few.
no, but yeah, I mean that was dope. Even, but I mean the thing is though, I still learned a couple things when I listened to it though. So
Oh,
I mean
really?
that
I
was dope.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah, that was dope.
And just putting stuff, just broadening our horizons. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
more than just the hood and gang, 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 and police shooting and being
Mm-hmm.
in prison. I mean, there's so much more. But right now, with the climate and everything that we're in currently, racism sells,
Yeah.
police brutality sells,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that's just a fact. But it still sucks because we got
Mm-hmm.
so many different avenues, different assets, different aspects of our lives and talents and everything
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's not really being brought to light like it should be.
Right. Like with some of the movies, man, I would have to be like, yeah, I can't watch this movie during the week or on a Sunday because I
Cause
got to
you,
go to work the next
yeah,
day.
yeah. And I feel you. Enough said. You ain't even got to go into detail. I think everybody that's melanin understand what you're saying right now. Like,
And
man,
if you don't, hit us up on
yeah.
Instagram. We can talk about it.
Hit us in the DMs, man. We can't put that out for everybody to see, man.
Right. 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 Right.
But yeah, you're exactly right, man. Because then you go to work Monday morning like,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Fowler, you shut the fuck up.
Right. Right.
But yeah, man. Hopefully something changes. I don't see it. Shout out to what's his name that's really crushing it. Peel. I think that's doing all the
Mm-hmm.
directing and stuff like that. He's all over the place with his stuff, man. And
I
it's
mean, but he'll talk about racism, but
mhm.
it'll be kind of a subversion of your expectations, and
Right,
that's
right,
what I
right.
appreciate.
Just like Lovecraft Country, which you really should
Mm.
watch.
I'm
Because
gonna watch it one of these days. Yeah.
the way that ended, I was like, oh,
What service is that on again? Showtime.
HBO.
Oh, it's on
It should be on
HBO.
HBO
Okay.
Max. It should be
Oh,
on
we'll
HBO
watch it then,
Max.
because if it was on Showtime, it ain't happening.
Because like all the, what I'm saying, the hidden gems, the messages and
Mm-hmm.
stuff that this guy throws into all his movies, man, is freaking astounding. And I mean, if you don't catch it, you don't catch it. Like
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember who did the other movie. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. There was another message in there that I caught. A lot of people thought it was a real stupid movie, but
I still
if
gotta watch that, man. I ain't watched it. I gotta
if
catch
you
up.
knew what you was looking for, you will
Mm-hmm.
understand how Chadwick Boseman's player, I mean the person he portrayed in that movie, did what he did at the end of it. That's all I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out real soon.
You should. But with, that's really all I got, man. I just hope things start switching up, for most of my kids are already old enough where they see this type of stuff already. But when LJ gets older,
Mm-hmm.
when I, God forbid, won't be for a long time, have grandchildren and stuff like that. I hope it changes up a little bit to show them a little bit
Yeah.
more, a couple more melanin
Mm-hmm.
superheroes.
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah.
like
I mean, I think
hidden
it's coming.
figures and stuff.
Yeah, because what's her name? Dang, I can never think of her last name. But Simone is reading her book. Is it Catherine? Yeah, Catherine Johnson. Her name escapes me right now because I'm trying to think about it. But Simone's reading the book right now.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
So yeah, I mean, definitely exposing to math and science and
Hmm.
stuff like that, and just all the other stuff that's out there in the world. So
And you mentioned Simone reading. That's something else. They put out some stuff to make kids see that it's cool to read. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to be that kid that makes straight A's. You ain't
mhm.
getting picked at because you make straight A's. Because that's what's the cool thing now.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
mean,
dope.
sometimes you get lucky, like I did,
Hmm.
and we going off topic a little bit when this bug gets on my face. But sometimes, I mean, you get lucky, like I did, because I mean, a lot of times people around was like, you know what, we gonna make sure you good, man, because you seem to be doing something with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So like the dudes that sold drugs and stuff like that, I was cool with them brothers,
Yeah.
man, and they were just like, hey, do what you got to do, man. You're gonna be all right.
And
And
that's the real ones. That's the real ones.
and yeah, I mean, and that's the kind of stuff that you don't people don't understand that dynamic is out there too, where they're
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, well, we gonna still uplift those that are trying to do something with themselves.
And there's still a lot of OGs out there like that. Even
Mm-hmm.
and as I say, OGs, we're the OGs now, guy.
I know, crazy, right? Crazy.
Quentin said something about it a few months ago. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
But
like I
that's
said,
that same energy. We just gotta pass it to the
yeah,
younger ones.
yeah,
The
that's it.
the younger ones are more hard headed than we were, and
Yeah.
think they're invincible and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
But we just gotta weed them out. You know what I'm saying? Grab the ones we can grab. Help the ones we can't. And I did a lot of that when I was working at Youth Challenge.
Yeah.
Trying to pull the young brothers in and show them a different mindset and everything like
Yeah.
that. That was like the best part of that job, man.
Mm-hmm.
Won't go
And I
back
mean,
there.
there's a lot of brothers out there that's doing it too. I
Yeah.
mean, so it's out there, and hopefully we'll be in that list of brothers that's doing it
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. I definitely want to get
so,
into like some
so
kind of non-profit,
mm-hmm,
at
mm-hmm.
youth, showing them something different. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely,
Something.
definitely.
But we'll see. That might be coming in the
Yeah,
future. Who knows?
yeah. Who knows? Never know.